Whenever it comes to making wall art and murals, there is one thing that has always grinded my gears, and that is AI generated art. Because while it is quick, easy, and efficient, it happens to leave all kinds of artifacts and noise around the image, which means that typically, up until this point, I've had to go in and manually edit whatever we are trying to actually make into a black and white image that I can then convert into an SVG. For instance, if I zoom in on this, which is the 4STS image, 4STF significance, um, and you take a close look, you can see that not only is it not a very high quality image, but it's also got a ton of noise going on. Using an AI enhancement generator, you can see that we've got all these different speckles all throughout. And if I try to make that into a black and white image, that is just horrendous because GIMP will not be able to select the different sections. It's not going to recognize these are black lines. And then whenever you try to actually make a threshold in there, it's just not going to come out. I guess I can go ahead and pull up an example of that real quick. Let's go ahead and get GIMP up. File open. And let's do Giga Medusa. Okay. So, the way that you would typically convert this is you would go into colors and you would go ahead and select threshold, and then you would try to work this line so that you can get something that's just black and white that only captures what you want. But you can see because this outside actually has a bunch of like scale textures, and even the map down here has scale textures. It's just impossible. So I was going at this for like 3 hours trying to manually write this over. And I finally stopped and thought, there's got to be a better way than this. So I went ahead and opened up Midjourney and tried to edit this prompt in there by uploading the image and trying to edit things. But that wasn't working. So I got frustrated. I continued to do it manually. And I thought, there's got to be another way still. So I went ahead and opened up ChatGPT and tried that. If you didn't know, ChatGPT is not only a large language platform that will help you with prompts, it can also help you with images. So, what I was able to do is I was able to say, I want you to go ahead and take this image, and I want you to go ahead and preserve the image, but I want for the outlines to be thick black lines and minimal color designs. No shading, and then solid colors. Now, you can see the color in here for the face is red. I have no idea why it decided to do that, and I don't really care because I'm just trying to get a black and white image of this. I'm not adding that to the prompt because sometimes it messes around with things, and honestly, I like having this as a reference because while I'll go ahead and edit what the Medusa looks like in here, and I'm also going to have to manually sketch in the land mass and such because that wasn't captured. This saved me a ton of time for those individual scales, and it still looks like a pretty solid image. And I also like using it as a reference because I like the highlights that it's done with the lighter green and the darker green in here. That gives me a reference to go ahead and use for my extrusions. Now, other things that I've been given in the past that I've worked on that I've had to manually do as well was something like this uh, S6 Fox. So they want to be called the Swiper 6. Cool. We went ahead and made wall art with it, and I manually sketched out everything because, as you can see, this is not only is it just AI slop, it's also incredibly low resolution AI slop. So I had to use that. There's no way that you can actually enhance this image whenever you go to AI enhancement generators because it's just so damn pixelated. The AI generator doesn't even know what to do with it. So that failed miserably, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just accept my losses and sketch it out manually. So that took, solid 6 hours, I'd say. Whenever I could just go down here and try to make the edits myself. So this one, it was using the previous prompt. So you got to go ahead and say, hey, you want a new project, and then you can start on that. But then you get nice, clean artwork that you can easily convert in GIMP. And if you don't like what you're getting in here, because this was a bit too thick and it didn't preserve enough details. I found out that instead of saying thick black lines, if you try saying thin or medium sized, you can actually get better results. And this is a lot closer to preserving the original artwork. I would have happily gone through with this if it would have saved me 6 hours of work to go ahead and put that up. So just know that you can use ChatGPT to really increase your efficiency by simply putting in similar prompts to what I'm putting in up here. Yeah, I think that one of the keys is art style is cell shading. Cell shading just means, essentially coloring book, like, very basic. And then it's not only for those images for patches and such, or not for patches, for wall art. You can also use it for these patches. So instead of manually going through and creating sketches in Fusion 360, you can actually just go ahead and say the exact same thing. You want to go ahead and preserve the image. However, you want to go ahead and separate where the colors meet with a medium-sized black line. And if you do that, you're presented with a beautiful reference right here that whenever I take it into GIMP and try to convert it, it comes out like this. That is beautiful. Now all that I have to do is just convert this into an SVG, upload it into Fusion 360, and then I can automatically extrude. That would save you a solid 4 hours or so. So, just want to let you guys know that these things do exist. It will make your life so much easier if you use those prompts to just go ahead and have AI do the conversions for you rather than manually sketching up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Mess around with the AI. It may not be perfect the first time, but it'll eventually come around. So, hope you guys use it, and yeah, hope you all have a good day.